with Herman and Sharron.
All right, here we are, honey.
Hello.
Guess what?
I'm going to fall off the platform the first time.
I promise she has not been nipping anything. We have Joe and Allie right here. How are you?
How are you? So good to see
Allie,
you.
good to see
Good
you.
to see you. Thanks so much for having us.
This is
Sharon.
Sharon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Have a seat
Come and
right
have a seat
here.
in our
Thank
little
you.
backyard here.
I'll adjust Allie's. I won't do
you.
yours, Joe, because they'll start talking. Hey, there we go. Good. All right. Good to have you guys. I first saw Joe on Jim and Lori Baker. And Jim Baker and Lori were just enamored by this guy. I mean, his book is the most amazing book you will ever, there it is on your screen, go to the website, get your copy.
I watch TV.
This is an amazing story. We just had prayer in the green room, and he's standing there. He's about, what are you, 6'2"?
6'3".
6'3". And yeah, after reading his story, I'm going, you know, you shouldn't even be standing there. Oh, my goodness. What you've got, let me just give you a little background. This is not his wife, Catherine, is sitting out in the audience, right? Hi, how are you? Good to see you. She went through unbelievable things standing next to this guy.
She did.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, she should have a Purple Heart. Or whatever they give. I don't want to demean any Purple Hearts because I don't know. Remember that one guy on TV? He actually
yes, he did.
demeaned the
Yeah.
Purple Heart, and boy, did he get in trouble. So forgive me, folks, but she should have some kind of medal. Okay,
She does, yeah.
one that says Christian wife.
There you go.
Yeah, but
We'll invent one.
there you go. Yeah, a nice one. Joe Horn and Allie Anderson, our guests today. Joe Horn is a professional fitness and nutrition specialist. He is, you're on Skywatch TV?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
COO, Skywatch TV.
COO.
Yes, sir.
And a dog behavior expert. Seriously, you're kind of like the guy that's on TV where, you know, he's...
Dog whisperer.
Yeah, did you ever watch that program?
Yes, yes. Yeah, he's got a new one now out. But
Yeah, 911 or
yeah,
something like that.
see, if you're referring to the dog whisperer,
Yes,
Caesar
yes.
911.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
fun shows.
I'm enamored by what he can do with dogs. The only thing that surprises me, the guy loves pit bulls, which I am totally frightened of.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness! You know, I go jogging in certain areas. If somebody's coming toward
Sure.
me, because one place I go jogging is like over a bridge, and like these people will be walking their dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and here comes a pit bull. I freeze.
Sure.
Even when I'm jogging, I go off to the side, and they'll look at me, and when they get close, I say, "Can you pull that leash on the other side?" And they'll go. I can tell they just like to say, "He would never bite you," and I go, "Yeah." The last time I got bit when I was a little kid,
Oh, no.
the person said the same thing. He would never bite you.
So a lot of powerful breeds have people problems.
That's what
They
he
do.
says.
There you go.
That's what
And
he
the
said.
media doesn't help. You know,
Yeah.
they often just swarm at a story, especially as it pertains to pit bulls. You know, pit bulls, any kind of attack or a bite, they'll
Joe,
just boom.
Why do I read in the paper? Pit bulls, their owner had them when they were a pup, and he killed them.
Because anytime there's any evidence at all of a pit bull attack, especially as it pertains to children, if you do a little back digging, a lot of time there are circumstances that the story doesn't cover, so they just spam the end result. Pit bull bites, pit bull does. But the reality is, here's an interesting nugget for those that are curious. The #1 dog breed associated with the #1 volume of bites to owners in the U.S. Take a wild guess.
Chihuahua. Just
Close. The Golden Retriever.
Oh, come on.
That's on it. Yeah, do a little digging around. But yet we don't blame the
they
Golden
don't eat the
Retriever. We
person.
use them
You know,
in
people eat
children's
the
movies,
person.
right?
You know?
So-
They don't eat the person, they just bite them.
But I mean, why do drug pushers always have pit bulls?
Okay. Do you want to talk about the dogs? We
No,
can't.
we need to get to what
But I love this. I mean,
topic is.
he's got a panorama of
I know, but
of experience.
you gotta
and
introduce Allie, too.
That's
We
right.
haven't done that yet.
Okay, I'll get to that. Thank you, Sharon.
welcome.
I love his experience and
You could talk to him for 2 hours, I can tell.
Allie Anderson is a certified private investigator. Hello.
Hello, hi.
How are you?
Good,
Oh,
thank
no.
you. How are you?
Have you checked me out before?
I have not.
You should have.
Okay.
You would not be here had you
Oh,
checked me
really?
out. No. She is. So tell me about that work. I mean, what is that? How in the world did you become a private investigator?
Well, I don't practice publicly. I am an in-house writer. I do a lot of research for Skywatch TV and Defender Publishing. We do a lot of field research and things like that.
Is it
I use it specifically for
liberal, conservative?
as far as
When you investigate, I mean, you're
I investigate the things that that I'm directed to investigate.
Okay.
And it's usually pertaining to our writing and things like that.
Oh, okay.
But the certification that goes along with being a private investigator, it really gives you a lot of extra understanding of how to be more thorough in your investigations, making sure that you're not biased, making sure that you're digging all the way to the core of something. So that's how I use my schooling.
So you've been in numerous books, documentaries, magazines, television specials.
So how did you two get together?
Well,
It goes way back.
It goes back to the fact that
She was investigating you?
Yeah.
Yes. She's actually my older sister. So the two of us.
For real or
and-
just making that up?
Yes,
Truly,
and within the family we work for the same publishing
Oh,
company.
that's
Yeah.
neat.
And she is a very good fact checker.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
you want to talk about, hound dogs. She is the one that will find the net result. She's got a good nose for
You
it.
must be embarrassed at what's supposed to be journalists today, talking about what is going on with the Trump and the hate Trump and all. I mean, I'm not trying to get you political, but what
Yeah,
I'm saying is, your experience, you must go, you don't check anything. In other words, today they
Right.
don't check anything out because if it's bad, they don't even want to find out that it's not bad.
Right.
Well, and I'm also, and I won't go too lengthy into this, but I'm a student of psychology, and it's interesting because between investigating and in conducting experiments and things like that that are done with psychological studies, there is a way that you are taught not to word things if you want to present something without bias.
Wow.
And if you read the news,
Whoa.
it's like red flag, red
Yeah.
flag, red flag, and it's because everything is worded with bias. You know, I can say, have you had time to watch the Time Bomb DVD, knowing that we just gave it to you in the green room? Or I can say, so that wasn't worth your time to watch that. You haven't watched
Wow.
it yet.
You are
it's
right
kind
on.
of the same statement, but
Exactly.
everyone goes, don't want to watch the DVD. They've already told us it's worthless. That's not the case at all. There's really good information there.
That
But I
is
can
great.
slant what I say to you, and that is part of why we decided to take the private investigations to a different level within our company, because we're trying to present the truth. So
Now, what they would say, though, truth is you accept truth, right?
that's a whole other show.
So
I
does
think.
what I'm
Exactly
saying
right.
is that a biased statement I just made?
What we try to do is take everything that we present back to Scripture. And if it's presented from the Scripture, you know, people do sometimes interpret things differently, but there's only one true Scripture, and we try to take it back to that. So that's how we try to present
You are good.
everything.
You have a story, right? You have a story to
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
us?
Yes, and that's
Start
what we're
that.
going to start with. That
Sure.
that first chapter,
Sure.
telling about your, because when I read that, it was like, oh my goodness. Then I read the rest of the book, and I'm going, this guy should not be not only not writing, he shouldn't even be here. Tell that.
Sure.
Walk us into that,
So
because we only have a half-hour show.
Yeah, let me collapse this. Let me give you the details I think will help others as opposed to litigate a huge biographical walk through my life. When I was about 16, I started developing digestive issues. And in a very short look at that, we'll just say that Western medicine would say things like you have IBS, you have an irritable bowel. Then I started developing acid reflux. This is all happening out through my 20s. Then autoimmune disease begins to set in, and basically between the time my late teens to my early 30s, they had diagnosed, various Western medical professionals had diagnosed me with things like painful bladder syndrome, just wild inflammation, burning of the bladder for no reason. Prostatinia, chronic prostatitis. For people that don't know what that is, it's chronic inflammation of the prostate, and it creates wild, wild pain in the most sensitive areas that a man has. Then they would add to this, finally, a disease called diverticulosis. And I was told when they found this disease through the first colonoscopy as part of an investigation to find out one of many, many looks at what was going on. By the time I was in my early 30s, they had done every CT scan, 3 colonoscopies eventually. urethral scopes. They would pump my body full of iodine and then track whether to see, my kidneys are performing in a way that they would like to see. They're trying to figure out why does this guy from here to here, the whole torso, everything now being affected by digestion, GERD, acid reflux, inability to break down food, and was never provided with a real explanation other than, hey, this can be hereditary, sometimes it's genetic, but so can you live like this? Is basically, can you, Joe, can you live like this? So I tried. I tried to adjust my expectations. I saw a lot of my friends thriving and playing with their children and conducting a normal life, and my energy is on the decline. I literally feel like I'm dying. And it gets so bad for me, the pain in my guts, the fatigue, the inability to digest food. I tried every kind of commercial gimmick fiber, all the stuff that normal people do. They put me on, Prilosec, Tagamet, a bunch of stuff for acid reflux. I have no idea, by the way, that is destroying my immune system and destroying my guts. I have no idea at this time.
Did they know?
No, that's the point. This project, this book, Time Bomb, is not, by the way, an attack on Western medicine. We have a lot of good friends that are traditional Western doctors and stuff. It's just that the familiarity with what was really in my body, what was really going on inside of me, the thing that now the world's leading holistic doctors and experts believe is affecting as much as 80% of the population, whether they feel it in their gut or not, is what they eventually discovered through a holistic, it's called CAM, Care and Alternative Medicine. I was finally, through God's series of ordained divine appointments, set about on a path to discover what was really going on. It's called leaky gut syndrome. But I did not find that until January of 2017. I end up on an operating table where they removed half of my colon.
Oh
Not the natural doctors, but this is before I found out what was going on.
Right.
But here's the catch. What happened was my symptoms got much, much, much worse. And you got to realize, for me to think that my life is, for me to agree to have half my colon cut out, I've got to believe this is my shot at getting my life back. And that's what so many folks out there are dealing with. They believe that a surgery or the next medication or whatever, the last one didn't work, but maybe there's this new one, finally I can get relief. And I'm just here to tell you that there are a lot of revelations in the book Time Bomb that tie not just directly to my story. See, I grappled with whether I even wanted people to know all this stuff about me.
I don't even know how you got this published.
Well, because...
Have you got lawsuits?
No, not yet. But I've got people praying for me.
Okay.
And they said what's in the book can be
We'll add to that.
dangerous because there's this they out there that don't want folks learning about natural or alternative ways to heal their body. But here's the deal. Very quickly, I have half my colon removed January 2017. My symptoms get much, much worse, and now I get very desperate. I call my friend Mark Taylor on the phone. You might have heard of him. He's known on the internet and places like this as the fireman prophet. Mark tells me, you're talking to the wrong people. You got to get away from traditional Western institutionalized medicine.
How did you accept that?
For me, it was a light bulb going on moment because to my wife's credit, she had been telling me for 2 years. Yeah. You've done everything. I had seen every urologist. I had had every scan. I'd had every test known to man, like a guinea pig, and still no results. But here's the thing. I go to a resource that starting at the beginning of my serious step into real healing and lasting healing began with a man named Joshua Vance. He's a Christian believer. He had scriptures for me to quote every day. By his stripes we are healed. Right. He had natural herbs. This man is an expert in how to utilize herbs, the God-given herbs of the land, to utilize healing in the human body. He set me on a path that was finally hopeful. He was the first guy that ever said, Joe, you don't have to live like this. And he was so familiar with my symptoms. This is where I started to realize this is not just me, guys. With all the autoimmune disorders and the chronic inflammation and the chronic fatigue that I was dealing with, I found out along my healing path, once I actually stepped into diet and lifestyle. By the way, none of that was ever mentioned when I was sick. Nobody ever in the Western medicine community ever mentioned my diet.
Because they don't know.
It's not they in.
No, they're not.
Again,
they write prescriptions.
That's right. They write, in fact, with the FDA, that most of the resources they get are into medication production and approval. It has nothing to do with natural medicine.
In fact, you talk about a conspiracy FDA in the book.
Again, we go. We touch on that.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, and I want to get this up on the scoreboard, and I don't mean to just talk over the top of it, but this is very important.
She keeps poking me, by the way.
This is very important. This is why we flew all the way to beautiful Florida
Yeah.
to talk to you wonderful people.
Away from his ranch where he has horses.
Okay.
I got horses, that's right. Is because when I began to have lasting healing, I realized it's not just my health, it's not just the prostatinia and the digestive issues and the acid reflux and the occasional migraines. What I figured out was that because 80% of the immune system sits in the gut that I had destroyed, that there are thousands upon thousands of other Americans right now that have figured out through gut care that they can put things like fibromyalgia, lupus, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, chronic migraines, digestive issues, GERD, acid reflux. The list goes on and on and on and on.
Arthritis and diabetes.
Arthritis, my father, I'll give you a very quick highlight of this. As I'm getting well, he had been a type 2 diabetic for 10 years. The doctors that he was seeing continued to increase his metformin medication incrementally.
Was he overweight?
He was slightly overweight. You know, probably 20% of his body mass would be fine for him to lose and still be considered normal. But it was mostly the lack of knowledge. Okay? So he keeps having his metformin increased over and over and over again. Finally, he walks into the doctor one day. They said, Tom, you're going to need insulin injections probably for the rest of your life because the disease has advanced this far.
How old is he?
65.
Okay.
65. So at this time, he talks to me, he says, Joe, I know you're into this whole natural thing now. Because he sees me.
We've heard that.
My testosterone was completely in the tank.
Yeah.
I was down in the low 200s, where a lot of physicians believe you need at least 1,000 to 1,600 to be normal. And by the way, guys, that's a whole other spiritual show.
Can you come back?
People, I can.
Okay.
I can. Well, young people that are confused about what identity they believe, gender that they identify with.
Oh, yeah.
And this is happening through the plastic bottles we drink out of. This is happening through the foods that we eat. The stuff that's happening to our hormonal systems that are dropping and tinkering with our hormones. Do you know how many people are on medication for thyroid disorder that if they change their diet lifestyle would be able to get off the medications? My father, getting back to him, he spends 6 months with me on a diet lifestyle supplementation regimen. 6 months later, he walks in from being told, you're going to need insulin, to Tom, you're pre-diabetic. Whatever you're doing, keep doing that because of the steps that God has laid out for his people who have eyes
So what'd
to
you
see
tell
and
him real
ears to hear.
quick?
I told him he needs whole food supplements. These are not the little garbage and very dangerous supplements that you get at big box stores that just build up in places like the prostate and the kidneys that create cancer and tumors and things like that. They're whole food based. So it's basically like a super injection of beets and cauliflower and things that we don't get in our depleted food today because of over-farming, oversaturations, pesticides, herbicides. Most of the food we eat is garbage. And unless you stop eating what most of the people in this country eat at every meal, the world's leading holistic doctors and scientists now believe that as many as 80% of people are already dealing with their time bomb medical crisis. It's in their body now. Most of it begins in the gut. The inability to digest food properly, to extract the nutrients you need, which weakens and makes the immune system hyperactive, and then it sets you on this path to disease. We're not unpacking the long
We'll never
version
be
of
able
it
to
today.
afford our medical out there for the average person, based on what you're saying.
What's that? The
The
number
sickness of America, what it's going to look like. In the
it's
next,
not sustainable. It's also
it isn't sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
It is
It's
not.
also genetically not sustainable. What we've done to our DNA already by eating foods that God never meant for us to eat, and what we've already passed on to our children, this is one of the reasons disease is on this huge spike right now. What they're projected to pass on to their children,
Now, what you say pass on, does that mean because of the birth?
I'm talking about
way you eat
genetically.
them.
Okay.
You look at like Dr. Mercola, and he provides commentaries on how when you eat excitotoxins, which are in everything, by the way, they get their name because they stimulate the pleasure centers of the brain. These fire for 6 to 8 hours after the time that you've consumed these excitotoxins. They're in soda pops, they're in meat patties, it's in bread. They're using it
Is
to
it
flavor
in these
salad
energy
dressings.
drinks?
Energy drinks, salad dressings. It's in so many things, but they're very addictive and they guarantee market share. You really, man, today it's time for the game. I got that itch. I got to get that bag of whatever. Wow. They're doing this on purpose because it guarantees market share. But what happens is 6 to 8 hours after the time that you consume these foods, they're still stimulating the pleasure centers of the brain that tell your body that it's having a rewarding experience and that it's actually consuming nutrition, but they stimulate it unto death. And then we see this huge rise that they connect directly to things that we're passing down genetically to our children through the foods that we eat, because our genetics are trying to adapt to these foods. We see the same thing in animals, the stuff that children now are born with. Predisposition to disease is much higher now. Blindness, infertility.
Because of the parents' blood?
Because like I'll give you an example. So Dr. McCullough, he talks about how excitotoxins literally pass over the fetal wall when women are pregnant and they're eating all this stuff. Their kids are born with all of the damage that's already done because of the excitotoxins that build up in the brain, stimulate the pleasure centers of the brain, and literally fire unto death. These are linked to Lou Gehrig's disease, Alzheimer, dementia, and then we ask ourselves, Lord, what's happening to our people? Why is it that maybe just 20 years ago you'd have heard the word Crohn's disease and think, is that somebody's last name? What is that?
Yeah.
And now it's like, you guys, I already know you do. You talk to us, oh yeah, my nephew, he's 13. They just got diagnosed with Crohn's disease.
And it's happening younger.
But here's the hope, here's the hope, here's the hope. This is what I want to get up on the scoreboard before we run out of time. There is hope. God is providing his people a path out of this. And here's the thing, he's not surprised by any of this. He knew exactly where the world would be.
I didn't see that coming.
That's right. He knew exactly where his people would be at such a time as this. And if you were born into this era, he put you here for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, if you're struggling.
That's your camera right there anytime you want to talk
If you're struggling, you have lupus, you have fibromyalgia, you have a digestive disorder, you're on pump inhibitors, stomach pump inhibitors for things like acid reflux, and you've lived like this for a while, and you're worried that you're going to get esophageal cancer or whatever. I'm just telling you, one of the most important things you can do is begin to claim that by your stripes, I am healed. And I cannot encourage you with strong enough language, find an alternative medicine practitioner. I'm not talking about something bizarre like a little village voodoo witch doctor.
Is that a DO?
I'm talking about somebody in care, and these are very, very sophisticated. Many of them are believers. They took this path on because they believe that they can help people.
They actually want to help people.
Yes, I'm talking about homeopathic doctors. I'm talking about holistic approach doctors. These people think completely differently, and you'll be shocked at what they already know about what you're going through and what to give you in terms of natural herbs to help your body fuel healing.
So how long did it take you to start feeling?
No, that's a great question. How long? So if I had to put a number on it, I would say that today I live at 90% of just being a normal, healthy person, shooting at 100. But I lived for years and years, almost 20 years, I would have described my life at somewhere between a 20 and a 30.
Well, you were athletic during all this.
I was athletic in my early 20s.
Jogging?
Yeah, running high ropes courses, certified as a Red Cross lifeguard instructor trainer.
Yeah.
But still grappling, that was my youth carrying me through what was actually in my body, the leaky gut syndrome. The inability to break food down properly, weakening the immune system, creating a hyperactive immune system, which allows for an onslaught of disease. That's the 30-second snapshot of what could take 2 hours to talk about.
Please add something
Yes,
very quickly.
go for it.
In this message of hope, he's talking about the physical manifestation of these kinds of ingredients on the food. But what people don't realize is that our food is filled with stimulants, and well-meaning parents are feeding these foods to their kids. If you are thinking about medicating your child, please go and see a naturopathic doctor and review your child's diet.
That's right.
You might be accidentally feeding your child stimulants 3 times a day, plus a snack.
How about these newborn shots that they give them right after they're born?
That's a whole other show.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
and my research on that is less thorough than it is on food, so I
Okay.
would feel like I was...
Vaccines presents a whole other DVD box set of information.
We got to have you guys back. So continue on what you were doing.
I just wanted
We got 4 minutes.
I don't need to take all 4 minutes, but I just want to say, please be encouraged to look into your child's diet.
right.
There are a lot of parents out there facing a decision whether or not to medicate because they don't realize they have options. And these medications eventually create their own symptoms, which make you think you're dealing with a mental illness that has escalated, and the
ADHD,
medication
hyperactivity.
escalates.
Yeah.
And what it
Mood
is
swings.
it is a food situation.
That's
You're
right.
feeding your child stimulants. Read your ingredients.
Many of these things can be
What is-
reversed and put into remission.
What is the blood barrier?
So, very quickly, because I know we're running out of
It
time.
has to do with the brain.
Your brain has a barrier put in place by God that keeps your body on essential functions. So if you took a drug overdose or you know, somebody cracked you on the back of the head with a baseball bat and you fell over, you might be unconscious, but that part of your brain that sits behind the barrier keeps your heart beating, it keeps your lungs moving, it keeps all the essential functions from keeping you from dying. Make sense? That barrier, when you're dealing with things like excitotoxins, things aren't supposed to cross that barrier. Foods that you eat, things like this. Nothing that God put here on earth that you're supposed to eat crosses over it, okay? Unless you tinker with it and design things that we're not supposed to eat. Excitotoxins being an example of that. What is an excitotoxin, by the way? It's an artificial sweetener. Every time you have a diet soda, every time you go to the restaurant and you put a little pink bag of stuff in your tea.
And flavor enhancers.
And flavor enhancers. They're putting this stuff in breads and so forth. What they do, though, is they cross directly over the blood-brain barrier, overruling your normal senses, and that's why your brain is allowed to fire 6 to 8 hours after the time that you consume it.
So they've tricked the brain.
It's basically tricked the brain. Yes, but altering the brain chemistry. So you have parents, to her point, facing the decision to put their children on hyperactivity, like, you know, meds to alter their personalities and make them this other kid that they aren't supposed to be, because they're being fed things like, you know, little gummy. I don't want to name brands, but the little gummy treats, gummy worms, pops, chips, stuff that they eat all the time.
Yeah.
You know, sweet cracker cookies that are supposed to taste like honey, and there's no honey in it.
And they stand back and they say, well, he was fine an hour ago.
Yeah.
It must be an attention
It's a mood
deficit
swing.
problem.
ADHD.
Well, you fed him 45 minutes ago. This is the aftermath of the food, but people
Because
don't know.
most doctors
People
don't talk
do not
about this
know
stuff.
what's in the food.
Linda, are you still out there? We got to have them back. Maybe a couple more shows. But by the way, this is just added today, this DVD, and is it really 5 hours?
It's 5 hours and 37 minutes.
Wow.
And by the way, the Time Bomb Project, for those that are wondering, we have 3 healthcare professionals that are on the DVD and who contributed chapters to the book, talking about the research, leaky gut syndrome, reversing autoimmune disease, getting you off the meds on a path to natural healing. Those people all have interviews on this DVD, so it's almost 6 hours in length.
Wow. And I got tons of notes, so I'll keep these for the next time, okay, because I read the books. But this, you heard, the best display of what's in this book is the guy that wrote it. I mean, I love the fact that when I have a guest on where I've read the book, and many of them I go, man, I love the book, and I have the person on, I'm going, did they really write that book? Because it's like there's nothing there. So, I mean, this guy is like the walking book. But get your copy, and that way, when you get your copy and you read through it, don't read 2 chapters and lay it down like most people do with a book. Read through the book, and then the next time we have them on, you'll go, man, he just answered my question. Oh, I was wondering about that. He just answered. Oh, my goodness, he's covering that chapter. So that's what it's going to do for you. Order right now and then get your DVD. This is a fabulous
Change your life.
bargain for your life. God bless you. Bye-bye.